Hello, my name is Elise and I am with Stillwater Crystals. Stillwater Crystals is a holistic approach to well-being, both mentally and physically. So today's class, we're going to be doing a 15-minute yoga sequence where I will be guiding you throughout the yoga class. This yoga class will be targeted towards back pain. So we're going to go through some different poses that can help to alleviate that pain and to help stretch out the muscles and work through a more long-term approach towards your back pain. So of course, this is not going to be giving medical advice, but you can go ahead and follow along to help find some resources to alleviate any pain from the back. Make sure to listen to your body and do what feels best for you. I'm going to give some different variations, so if something feels uncomfortable, you can always stop and do a lighter approach to the pose. So thank you again so much for joining me here today. When you're ready, we can go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and start in our cat and cow pose today. So coming up onto the mat, we're going to want to meet into our tabletop position. In tabletop, you want those palms to be directly below the shoulders and the knees to be directly below the hips with a flat back here. Together, we're gonna inhale. We're gonna take a long, deep breath in, arching that spine all the way up, tucking the chin here. This is our cat pose. Exhale, let's sink the body down, lifting the chin, gazing forward into our cow. Inhale again, arching that spine, tucking the chin back to cat. Exhale to cow. You can go ahead and follow the natural rhythm of your breath here, arching that spine with each inhale and lowering as we lift the chest and chin on the exhale. So following along at your own pace here. Now let's inhale together, coming back up into that cat pose. And exhale, let's sink those hips all the way back down onto our heels. And we're gonna reach those arms out, stretching them out in front of us, resting that forehead down onto the mat. This is our child's pose. So you can either reach those arms out in front of you, trying to stretch the upper body, or if this is uncomfortable for you, you can go ahead and take those arms and just place them by your side, holding onto the feet here. So come into whichever position feels best for you in this current moment. Just breathing here, reconnecting to the body. I'm going to bring my arms out in front as this is best for me. And let's inhale, lifting up that right arm. We're going to bring it all the way up towards the ceiling, gazing towards those fingertips. And as we exhale, we're gonna thread the needle, bringing that arm under and across. Exhale, sinking down, resting that forehead back on the mat, and just stretching here. Breathing through the stretch, opening up the shoulders. On the next inhale, let's bring that arm all the way back up, gazing towards the ceiling, and exhale to release it back down onto the mat in front of us. When you're ready, we're gonna inhale, this time lifting that left arm all the way up, gazing towards the fingertips here. And as we exhale, we're gonna bring that arm down, under and across, resting that forehead back down, coming into this stretch. Breathing through the stretch. On the next inhale, let's lift that arm all the way back up, gazing towards the fingertips up by the ceiling. And exhale, releasing the arms back down in front of us into this child's pose. Let's take a deep breath here. And inhale, gazing towards those fingertips, we're gonna press up onto the palms and sink the body down onto our torso here. So we can go ahead and place those forearms down onto the mat, placing the arms right in front of us, spreading the fingertips wide. And on the next inhale, let's lift that chest up, pressing away from the mat, leaving those forearms down onto the mat. So together, inhale, lifting that chin ever so gently into our Sphinx pose. So just lifting up. And exhale back down. This time we're gonna lift those arms slightly up off the mat, coming into a baby crow. So we're gonna just lift this up for our baby cobra with those arms slightly up, but in the same position, this time just off the mat. We're gonna inhale, lifting the chest up and away from the mat. And exhale to release. Now placing those palms down on the mat, we're gonna bring those palms just below the shoulders and draw those elbows in towards the side of our body. We're gonna inhale, pushing up into our cobra, keeping those arms slightly bent, making sure to relax the glutes here. We're gonna open up the heart center, opening the shoulders, drawing them back and gazing slightly up and in front of us. Exhale, sinking back down onto the mat. This time, let's go ahead and press up into that cobra. Inhale up, and let's tuck those toes. We're gonna push up off the mat, lifting those hips just off the mat. You can straighten your elbows here. And again, we're gonna draw those shoulders back, allowing a slight arch here. You can look over each shoulder as long as this feels comfortable for you. And from here, we're gonna push up, inhale up into a plank, and exhale, sinking the hips back. We're gonna meet into a downward facing dog pose. So we can begin by just gently walking this stretch out. You're gonna pedal each knee one at a time until we feel comfortable in this stretch. Just walking them out, continuing to breathe here. We want to evenly distribute the weight between the palms and the heels. So we're going to push those hips up and back, pushing back into the heels here from the palms of the hand. Breathing into the stretch. Inhale, gazing forward. And exhale, we can drop back onto those knees, sinking back into our hero's pose here. So I'm just gonna scoot slightly up to demonstrate. So from our hero's pose, we can go ahead and bring each arm across the body, stretching here. Just drawing it across the chest. Exhale to release. Inhale, bringing that left arm across this time. Exhale to release. From here, we can come into a camel pose if you feel comfortable. So we're gonna inhale, lifting slightly up, and exhale, reaching towards those heels if we can, arching the spine back into camel. Inhale up, and exhale, meeting back into our pose. So from here, we can go ahead and bring those feet all the way in front of our body, and we can exhale, coming all the way back into a reclined position on the mat. Taking a long, deep breath here. You can get comfortable into the position. We're gonna inhale, lifting those knees up. We're gonna draw the knees into our chest. Taking our hands, we're gonna interlace our fingers on the outside of the shins. Exhale, sinking deeper into the stretch, drawing those knees in closer. Continuing to breathe here. And you can make small circular motions with the hips. We can start with small, tight circles here, and slowly, gently allowing those circles to expand and get wider. Just doing what feels best for you and for your spine and back. Now we want to start making wide circles here with the hips. And slowly start making them smaller again, meeting the hips back in towards the center a bit more. From here, we can go towards the opposite direction, bringing those hips over towards the left side first. And we're going to start with those small, tight circles and make them wider with each time. Continuing to widen the circle until we're making large circles with our hips here. And again, bring them in smaller, drawing those hips in towards our chest. And exhale to release. Okay, let's go ahead and lift that left leg up, placing the sole of the foot flat on the mat. We're gonna bring it up, bringing the foot in. Let's bring out that left arm to the side. We're gonna gaze towards that hand here, and taking the right hand, we're gonna grab at that left knee and draw that knee all the way across the body towards the right side. Continuing to keep this arm flat, gazing to the left. Breathing here deeper into the stretch. This is our reclined internal twist. Inhale, lifting that knee flat back up onto the mat. We can draw that arm in, and exhale, releasing that knee flat back down onto the mat. This time, let's bring that right arm out, lifting the right knee up. We're gonna take the left hand this time, bringing the left hand onto the right knee. We're gonna draw that knee all the way across towards the left side, remembering to keep our focus on that right hand. And slowly draw that knee all the way across the body, stretching here and just breathing into the pose. Inhale, we're gonna bring that knee back to center. And exhale, releasing both legs flat back onto the mat. Together, let's inhale. We're gonna bring both feet in, drawing those knees in. We're gonna place both feet flat onto the mat again here. You wanna have your heels within fingertip reach, so you want them just here. And together, we're gonna inhale. We're gonna push up into a bridge pose together. So as we inhale, lifting the hips up off the mat, drawing the body up, we're gonna tuck those shoulders under. You can reach your hands here or reach towards those heels. And we're just gonna push the hips up and help to relieve some pressure off of the spine. Breathing here. And exhale to release back down. Taking a long deep breath here, noticing how your spine feels, how the back feels. Just reconnecting to the body. Let's inhale, pushing back up into that bridge one more time together. Pushing those hips up off the mat. We're gonna draw the shoulders in, bring your hands to wherever feels most comfortable for you. And we're gonna try to lift those hips up slightly higher off the mat this time. Breathing here. And exhale to release. Sinking back down into the mat. You can draw those legs all the way back down into our Savasana or corpse pose. Relaxing down onto the mat. We're going to go ahead and you can bring those arms out to either side of the body. Coming into our Savasana. Just breathing in and out. Allowing your spine to rest, supported by the mat beneath you. Recognizing how your back feels and what feels tight and what still needs more work. And when you're ready, let's inhale, lifting up. Drawing that torso up. And we can place those hands just behind us, keeping the palms facing back. We're gonna put those hands back, and together we're gonna inhale, pushing the hips up off of the mat, drawing the pressure up from the heels. We're gonna lift up. So together, let's go ahead and inhale, lifting up, and drop that neck back, coming into our fish pose. Breathing here. And exhale, sinking back into a seated position. And we can go ahead and meet back into the center of our mat. So thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope that you are able to relieve any back pain and learn some new resources and different stretches that you can do to help alleviate some of this pressure and pain from your spine and back. So not all of them will be targeted to each different pain area. So just take from this which ones were the most helpful for you and what you can add into your own daily schedule, into your own routine, and into your own yoga practice. So thank you again so much for joining me here today, and namaste. My name is Elise, and this video is with still water crystals. Thank you.